everybody, Tom from the Old Gold and Black here, reviewing Leicester 2, Wolves 0. Quite a poor performance, I think, in general from Wolves in the second half. First half, I thought, was some of the best football I've seen this Wolves team play. Really free-flowing and energetic and exciting, but they just seem to run out of energy. And in the second half, it just completely stopped. And it was really disappointing in the way that they didn't go on and come back into the game. Having a little bit of misfortune, I think, with the 2 goals that they conceded. Obviously an own goal, and I haven't seen it again yet, but I think there could have been a deflection with the second goal as well from James Maddison. But Wolves just lacked that little bit of urgency going forward in the second half. In particular, we saw Leicester and we saw Everton really running at and attacking the Wolves defence, and Wolves backing off and struggling, and that's something that we don't do to other teams. And it's really disappointing to not see that in the last 10 minutes or so, when we still had a chance in the game, and Vardy being sent off with 25 minutes to go as well. Didn't capitalise on those moments, and really coming away from the game thinking again that we didn't deserve that result, really. I think we could have argued that we could have won the game, or certainly got something from it. So it was quite a disappointing result. I think Doherty, his days are numbered now in the team. I can see him dropping out fairly soon. I would personally like to see Vinagre on the left-hand side and Johnny on the right. I thought Johnny played well, but just being a right-sided player on the left side leaves him just in the wrong position a lot as well. I thought Jota had a poor game today, which we saw him being hooked off at half-time. I think that was probably the right thing to do. Costa as well looked off the pace. Jimenez, I really like him, really good. Moutinho just seemed to touch the ball every 30 seconds. Tremendous player, one of the best players I think we've had at the Molineux alongside Neves. That midfield pairing, I would argue, is the best outside the top 6 in the Premier League. But we've just not got the players defensively to cope with players running at us, and we don't have the force going forward. Whether Traore might add that in the coming games is yet to be seen. But we're just lacking something at the moment going forward, and hopefully that's sorted out in the next few weeks.
Leicester City 2, Wolves 0. Bit of a reality check for Wolves, really. Thought the performance on the whole wasn't too bad. We created a fair amount of chances, but we just weren't clinical enough. Leicester weren't fantastic, but they did what they needed to do. I think 2-0 flattered them. Calamitous own goal in the first half from Doherty. I don't know what he's doing, whether his body positioning's wrong, but it's a tremendous header. If only he'd have done that at the other end of the pitch. And then the second goal was bottleless from Kodo. You're meant to be the captain, you're turning your back on a shot. Same against Richarlison last week. You don't want to be seeing that, man. I like Cody, I'm a big fan, but I expected better. You can't turn your back on a shot. Jimenez played well. Thought he did very well. Looks a player, especially when he hit the post in the first half. Great strike. And Adama came on, and although he didn't change the scoreline, he changed the game. They were doubling up on him, and he was taking it past players. He was so quick, so direct, but he was the only one with any real impetus in the game. He's a definite starter next weekend. Doherty can't start, not a chance. We'll go Vinagre left back and Johnny right back. But yeah, disappointing, but these things happen in football. We keep going.
What's up, guys? Finis here for Talking Wolves, giving my 1 minute opinion of our 1-0 loss, 2-0 loss even today to Leicester. It got worse. Yeah, the first 10 minutes, maybe first 20 minutes, we were all over them. The amount of chances in that first 5 minutes especially, the post, off the line, it was just ridiculous. Should have been 3 or 4-0 up. And then, of course, you don't take your chances in the Premier League and we get punished. Doherty with a brilliant header into the top corner. If he could do that down the other end, that would be beautiful sometime. But yeah, sadly an own goal for him. And then Maddison, one of my favourite players, sadly put him on past us. Apparently, from where I was sat, I couldn't see, but apparently there was a deflection on that, which is unfortunate. I had a pound on Maddison to score outside the box against United. Not this week. Probably should have chose that one, but oh well. Coming up to a minute now, so I'll quickly round it off by saying Adama Traore is a baller, and I think he should play, contrary to what a lot of people said today. A lot of people complaining about him, but yeah, Adama to start, or at least come on every game, because an impact would be incredible. Jimenez, is the potential still there? I'd have him over Bonatini. Bonatini missed a lot of chances today. that Adama put on a plate for him, on his head, on his feet, everything. What else? Moutinho I thought was quite good. A lot of people complained about him, but I thought he did everything right. Not necessarily risk taking, but he didn't put too many feet wrong. Back three looked shaky again. Bennett probably the pick of the three. Dealt with them well. Sometimes you just got to give him a kick, which I don't think Wolves do enough. The Vardy red card could be more than the 2 or 3 match ban he should get. An awful challenge, could be put up 3, 4, 5, I don't know. But yeah, Wolves probably could have done more to capitalise on the 10 men, but it is Premier League. We didn't take our chances, and that's what happens. So yeah, fingers crossed to get some sort of result against Man City, and I'll see you all next week.
Yes, guys, Dave from Talking Wolves, giving my opinion today on the Wolves 2-0 defeat to Leicester. A little bit disappointing, to be honest. I don't think we deserve to lose, but I don't think we did enough to win the game overall, to be honest. I think, we started off very, very well. Should have scored at least 1 or 2 goals in the first 20 minutes. One off the post within 2 or 3 minutes by Moutinho. Doherty missing one. That was cleared off the line, an open goal. I don't think he knew a lot about it. It sort of all of a sudden came through to him. But he should have been finishing the chance, and as many people will say this season, against any team in the Premier League, you don't get as many chances or as many lives as you maybe would in the Championship, and we get punished. And again, Doherty unfortunate to get that own goal, and then an over deflected strike, and sees Leicester grab the second, and really what killed off the game, to be honest. They were able to set up a little bit more defensively in the second half, waste a few more minutes. Vardy getting that red card, I've not really seen it up close, so I can't really judge too much. Which obviously meant Doherty came off. We went sort of almost a 4-2-4 or 4-3-3. But we just didn't create enough clear-cut chances, to be honest. We didn't create enough at all. And the chances we had, we didn't, we just didn't connect with them correctly and whatnot. For me, overall performances, if I've got to pull out a weak link, it does have to be Doherty, I'm afraid. I think that own goal really sums up his performance. Just at the back at times, it happened against Everton. We look a little bit leaky. I feel that we're allowing these teams to pass it a lot easier around us. Willy Bolly doesn't look as strong as he did last year. We don't look like we want to play, especially at the back. We don't want to play football as much as we did last year. Just seems to be a lot of long balls today, which I suppose, worked in some senses. It got us in a few times, but no. If I was the manager today, I know no one really can top Nuno, especially after last year, what he's done for us, but I don't think I would have taken off Jota. Costa I can sort of agree with. I think I would have brought Adama on there, but allowed Jota to play at least 10-20 minutes of the second half. But Adama came on, and on the ball he's absolutely phenomenal. He looks like a fantastic player. However, positioning-wise, very, very strange. Hugs the line a lot. Doesn't run it. He doesn't look like really wanted to get involved, but whenever he was on the ball, created a couple of good chances. Definitely a highlight for me, but disappointing. I think we would have... Both teams would have probably felt they could have won today before the game. I think I would have taken a point, but obviously, nonetheless, we'll have to take the defeat and on to Man City.
Hey, it's Dave from Dazzling Dave YouTube channel here for Talking Wolves. Just a quick review of the game. Overall, I'm fairly positive with the performance. Obviously disappointed that we didn't take the 3 points or get something from the game. We've had 7 or 8 clear opportunities. We've hit the woodwork. We've missed some real clear chances. Matt Doherty scored a worldie of an own goal. I don't think I've ever seen a better own goal than the first goal for Leicester. We've got caught for the second goal. It's took a deflection. It's gone in past Patricio. Leicester didn't really offer a lot in the second half, especially when they went down to 10 men, but we just couldn't break them out. Positives from the game for me is that we played, we looked quality, we looked composed at times, we looked a little bit jittery at times in the back, and we haven't taken our chances when we should have done. But Traore came on and he looked the real deal. He went past 3 players at one point. He's put in some crosses and he's going to cause a lot of damage, so that's positive. It's just one of them games. Could have played all night. I don't think we'd have scored. Another day we'd have won that game 3-1, 4-2, whatever, 5-3. But it didn't happen today. So yeah, But it wouldn't surprise me again if Wolves go next week. It'd be typical Wolves would do the same, have 2 shots score. Man City has 10 shots miss, and we end up winning the game 2-0. So who knows? Keep the faith, keep positive, the wins will come.